Hey guys, welcome to English lesson. This is the lesson for grade 6. Today's lesson is about weather forecast. What is the meaning of the word forecast? Forecast is a prediction of the weather. You have watched some weather forecast programs on TV, haven't you? In these programs, they predict about weather and then they tell you what the weather is going to be like the next day. So this is called weather forecast. Do you know lots of words about weather? Let's learn together. Look at the picture. What's the weather like today? What is happening in this picture? The weather is rainy. We call it rainy. It rains. It is raining. And the weather is rainy. What's the weather like today? In this picture, we can see a snowy weather. It's snowy. What's the weather like? It's windy. What's the weather like? It's foggy. When it's foggy, it is hard to see around because there is a thick fog which makes it hard to see. What's the weather like? It's sunny. It's usually sunny in summer. What's the weather like? It's cloudy. Today we are going to talk about temperature. The temperature of the weather or of the water can be 0 degrees Celsius or 100 degrees Celsius. When it's 0 degrees Celsius, it is too cold. The water becomes ice. And when it is 100 degrees Celsius, the water starts to boil. It is very hot. In English, in order to talk about temperature, you can say 30 degrees Celsius or 30 Celsius or just the number, just 30. Remember, we always capitalize the first letters in the word degree and Celsius. You see, capital C. Capital C must be used. When it is cold, you probably wear a jacket before going outside. And if it is hot, you can go to the beach for swimming. How do we know if it's going to be hot or cold today? Before going out, your moms or dads may have seen the weather forecast. Before you leave, your moms and dads may have seen the temperature for that day. Temperature is the measurement of coldness or hotness of the weather. Temperature is measured using thermometer. A thermometer has a special substance in it that moves up and down depending on the amount of heat it measures. Numbers on the side of the tube will tell you the temperature. Now, if you learned about temperature, let's check your knowledge by doing this exercise. What temperature do the thermometers show? The first one, it's very hot today. So, should we choose A or B if it's hot? Let's see. Yes, of course, A, because it's 30 degrees Celsius and it is very hot. Number 2, it's very cold outside. So should we choose 15 degrees Celsius or minus 15 degrees Celsius? Let's see. Cold, very cold. B, minus, because minus shows the coldness of the weather. Third one. It's a nice warm day. If the weather is warm, the temperature is 20, right? Because 35 degrees Celsius would be very hot. But warm is not too hot and not too cold. For today, this is all about weather and temperature. And now we will move on to the grammar section. In this section, we are going to talk about homophones. Please pay close attention in order to understand. I'll show you one example. Look at the picture. What do you see? They are twins. Twins are people who are very similar to each other. They are very identical. So why did I show this picture? Because homophones are like twins. They are words that sound the same but are different in the meanings and spellings. Let's see one example to understand this. Here versus here. You heard the same word, yes? But you can see different words. These are homophones. The first one, here, is to perceive a sound with the ear. For example, I can hear music. And the word here, the second word, means in this place. For example, come here, or let's sit here. Let's sit here means let's sit in this place. Example, come over here so I can hear what you are saying. So I use both words in one sentence in order to make it clear to understand. Second example, hole versus hole. The first one, hole, H-O-L-E, is a small opening in something. Okay? And the second word, W-H-O-L-E, is undivided, complete. They dug holes in the whole yard. Can you see the difference, dear students? The words sound the same. We can hear the same word, but they have completely different meanings. Night versus night. Again, the same pronunciation, but different spellings and different meanings. First one, knight means a warrior who protects the king. They have special armor made of iron, made of metal, and they are very strong. They can protect the kings. But night, the second word, is darkness. It is the period between sunset and sunrise. Example sentence. The knight fought bravely during the whole night. Let's practice. We have to choose the correct spelling, the correct meanings. First one, my brother and I went to the cinema last night. But which night? Let's look at the spellings. We are going to choose the second version, N-I-G-H-T, because it means darkness. It means time period. We should choose that one. Second one, we started walking toward the noise and we saw a big hole in the ground. So which hole should we choose? Hole, which means an opening on something, and hole means completed. This is adjective, this is a noun. We need to choose a noun. A big hole in the ground. Yes, this is the correct answer. Let's summarize what we learned today. We learned about values, we talked about values, and we learned on how to identify the main ideas in the text. And also we learned about homophones. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Take a good care and please do your assignment. The assignment is exercises 6, 7, 8 on page 110. That's all for today. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.